Hello everybody and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where we've returned to the PlayStation 5 beta to showcase what I think is a pretty cool feature. Cool enough, in fact, to make this own video. I don't know why I'm trying to keep it in suspense. You already saw it in the title and thumbnail, but it is the DualSense's Gyroscope controls. By the way, not starting my hand modeling career. This will probably be the only video I ever do this with. It's already weird. But anyways, let's dive into it. If you don't know what Gyroscope is, it is the motion controls that are built into the DualSense controller. So not only are you going to be able to fly with just the thumbstick like normal, but on PlayStation, you'll have the motion controls because in Flight Sim, it's fully supported. So let's go ahead and dive into the aircraft here. So right now, it's not on. We can only control the aircraft using the left stick. But let's say we weren't in the mood to do that. We wanted to fly with Gyroscope, so you will hit L1 and the left stick at the same time. And now, look at that. How cool is that? Oh, I love it. When I first started this, because it was brought up in a live stream, I wasn't sure how much I was going to enjoy it, but I've been using it a lot during this beta, and especially with helicopters. We'll do that a little bit later. I'm going to try to keep this video short. I don't want it to be too long. Just kind of want to showcase the cool capabilities. And yeah, we'll kind of go through that. So again, really quick, the adaptive triggers have, some force feedback to it. So when you're taxiing or using the rudder in high winds, you kind of feel that in the triggers, which I think is really cool. You got the LED lights on the other side of the touchpad, which can go yellow and red depending on if there's a caution or warning light or if you're stalling the aircraft. And then of course the speaker, you can do ATC communications through it. It'll also give you the callouts, 50, 40, 30, 20, TAWS, systems, test, OK, all that good stuff going on through the speaker if you so choose. But of course, today's focus is with the gyroscope. So we're going to go ahead and engage that again, which, a little tip, don't ask me how I know, but you want to make sure you do that at a good angle, which I prefer flat, because if you do it at these angles, it's going to be a bit weird to fly, so make sure the controller's flat, and you'll get the better experience out of it. So let us go ahead and get some power going on in this. Disengage the brakes, and we will make our way over to the runway. And while we make our way to the runway, I just wanted to kind of visually showcase why it's important on how you activate gyroscope controls. Because again, if you're holding it like this and you activate it, you're going to have to bring the controller all the way back here, or if you want to go down, you have to, it's really not ideal. So you'll want it flat, because then it feels more natural. You're not having to do hand gymnastics in order to get everything situated, So just wanted to visually showcase that as well. Alright, so we're ready for takeoff, activating gyroscope controls, and off we go. We're going to just do a nice little quick pattern here. We'll take off, loop around the airport, and then of course land. And then after that we'll hop into a helicopter. I'll kind of give my thoughts on why the gyroscope is going to be really handy for that. But it's also handy for planes. It's just, if you want to have a bit more of a realistic feel, because it's almost like you're holding a yoke, obviously not 100%, but it's still a lot closer to it than just the thumbstick, And then once you're up in the air, you have to just do little fine inputs. You don't have to go too crazy with it. You don't have to go full left or full right. It's very nicely set up, honestly, sensitivity-wise, with the default sim. Get a little bit more of a bank here. Get a nice view of this handcrafted airport. I'm honestly surprised the Reno airport is handcrafted. But it looks nice. Let's go ahead and level on out. We'll move the controller to the right. Perfect. Let's get a little bit of trim going here as well, which you do that with R1 and then moving the right stick up and down. Beautiful. I mean, even for long flights, it's nice to get out of this stance for the whole flight, especially when it comes to the helicopters, because all the helicopters do not have trim in the vanilla sim for some reason. I mean, no, that's not true. The G2 has one, but everything else, like the H-125, the H-145 Eurocopter, stuff like that, is a bit weird. The other thing I've noticed, I'm sure it's a bug in the beta. See, I'm holding the controller now. I mean, it all just depends on the wind as well. But a lot of the times, if you're flying for an extended amount of time, it feels like you're kind of holding the controller in a weird way, like I am currently. And this could be because of wind. You know, I'm just trying to keep the plane level, because if we let go, you can see we're starting to get kind of weird here. But I don't think it's wind, because I'm about to put the controller vertical here in order to get it going. So, Asobo, if you end up watching this, there's some oddities going on with the gyroscope stuff. As you can tell, I'm about to go upside down with the controller here. When does this level out? Like, I'm almost fully... I'm not even sure what's going on anymore here. What we're going to do, I'm going to disable it here. Take control, because I just want to see. Yeah, see, it's just... Some of these planes act a bit weird, because I've had other experiences where I don't deal with that. But then there's other planes where that does end up happening, so you just kind of have to reset the gyroscope really quick and then get back on it. It's thrown me all completely off now, which is great. I do believe I saw some forum posts about it too, so I'm not the only one dealing with it, thankfully. Because it definitely feels plane dependent there. But that's okay. That's what we're here to do. We're here to test things out. Find those bugs. That way, when it fully releases, you're not dealing with that. But yeah, you can see where we ended off right off the bat. So, definitely some planes are better than others with the gyroscope controls. So, as my voice is dying on me, let's go ahead and switch over to the helicopter, and we'll talk more about that. And welcome on aboard the H-125. We're going to go ahead and take off without gyroscope controls really quick, because I want to kind of showcase why it's nice having this extra control just right off the bat. If you don't, I mean, I don't use a flight stick anyways for helicopters on PC or Xbox either. I'm always using a gamepad. I just find it a lot easier because I don't know, I cannot get into flying helicopters with my Thrustmaster. It just feels weird. So I'm always just using the Xbox controller and now the DualSense one. And, you know, when you're flying for short periods of time, this, you know, just the thumbstick is nice. But if you're doing search and rescue missions or these long passenger transport missions with helicopters that don't have trim in the sim, yes, I know in real life this does have trim, but in the sim, it's not active. Just before I get comments saying, but the H-125 does have trim. Well, yes, it does in real life, it just doesn't in the sim. So, this is how I end up flying most of the time, is I put my thumb under the thumbstick, and then that way it can make me go a lot longer of flying without, you know, having to get hand cramps, or it gets kind of tedious after a while. So, now that we have, let me see if I can do this without freaking the helicopter out. It's going to be a quick little, oh, beautiful. And there we go, we're now in gyroscope control. And this is going to be so nice, especially for those passenger transport missions, because some of those missions in career mode with the helicopters are some pretty hefty distances. So to have the ability to just not have to do the thumbstick for a while is so nice. So again, we're going to just get this to the left a bit. I kind of started gyroscope with a controller a bit weird, so that was kind of my fault on that one. But I'm interested to see if we have to get into those awkward situations with the helicopter, because I don't think we'll need to. And of course, you can still look around because you got that free hand on the right. The other nice thing too is you can just lean back, you know? Kind of just lean back in your couch, your chair, wherever you're playing it, and just make it a much more relaxing time. I just think it's cool. Sure, it has some quirks that need to be worked out, but that's why I'm here in the beta. I'm here to put out those bug reports and let them know what's going on. I still think the PlayStation side of things have been fantastic. I mean, it's the first build. I'm blown away by the performance and the visuals. Honestly, I've just been having a fantastic time. I'm sure you could tell with all the PlayStation-focused content, Overflight Sim. It's been a really fun time, and hopefully everybody else that's in the beta is enjoying it. And of course, once we get into the full release, the PlayStation users will also enjoy it. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing landed. You can already tell we're getting back to that weird holding of the controller again to keep it. What the heck was that? Something just like exploded outside. That scared the crap out of me. Anyways, but yeah, there's just something they need to work on that. It's alright. If there's no posts about it on the forum, I'll be sure to make one. Because once this is zoned in perfectly, I'll be using this a lot. I mean, it's a nice way to fly and just getting a break from just the thumbstick, like I was saying before. And we'll see if we can get a nice landing in here. Let's go ahead and bring that RPM down, pull back. And we'll try to land on one of these squares here. I was going to move the camera, but we'll leave it alone. A little left on the tail rotor, please. Nice and gentle, please. I'll see, now that we're back on the ground, we're back to level, which is nice. So maybe just some random situations where it feels like you're doing aerobatics with the controller. Oh, there we go, we're there. A little crooked, but very cool. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, kind of showcasing the gyroscope capabilities with the DualSense controller in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It's just, I think, really cool. So be sure to let me know what you guys think. Are you going to be utilizing this as well when it releases? Be sure to let me know. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.